Greetings, fellow fans. In today's video, I bring a lot of updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The Warriors missed a chance to enjoy a week off by securing a direct playoff spot. After losing to the Clippers, they are now heading into the play-in tournament. Their next challenge is against the Grizzlies. In this analysis, we'll cover the post-game comments made by a team spokesperson, along with insights from the press briefings. Several key players didn't participate, and we'll also address the absence of a young player, as explained by the coach. This video serves as a detailed morning roundup. Although my usual background is missing, I recently moved into a new apartment here in Nebraska, and I'm still getting everything in order. You might notice the microphone is already set up, which is a good sign, but it'll take a few more days for everything to be fully back to normal. You can see the sign behind me. Regardless of the changes, our coverage of the Warriors remains uninterrupted. Let's now take a look at the upcoming schedule. On Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Hawks will face the Magic, and at the same time, the Warriors will host the Grizzlies. On Wednesday at 10 p.m., the play-in matchups will include the Heat versus Bulls and the Mavericks versus Kings. The teams that lose those games will then face each other for one last chance to progress, playing again on Friday. Ultimately, the final play-in games will be held on Sunday. The Warriors are guaranteed at least 2 home games. If they can't secure a win against Memphis, they'll face the winner of the Kings versus Mavericks. Failing to win at least one of these games would make their playoff chances hard to justify. When considering their possible opponents, it's important to clarify the scenarios. The Warriors would initially face a team from Texas. If they lose that game, their next challenge will come from Oklahoma City. Had they beaten the Clippers, their opponent would have been a team from Los Angeles. Personally, I feel more comfortable entering the play-in tournament. The matchup against Memphis seems more favorable than taking on a Los Angeles team in a best-of-7 series. If the Warriors do go on to face the Texas team, a 7-game series might actually benefit them. While that team has beaten the Warriors a few times this season, the Warriors have also claimed victories. Defensively, the Texas team has issues, and I believe our bench has more depth and offensive weapons to exploit. The Los Angeles squad, led by superstars, presents a matchup most would rather avoid. And if we end up against Oklahoma City, it's worth noting they've held the top seed 2 years in a row. Even though we beat them earlier this season, I'm not sure our veterans can take them down in a 7-game stretch without momentum. One of our young players was affected by the decision not to play against the Clippers. However, that didn't stop him from staying behind after practice and putting in extra shots at the facility. That kind of determination shows strong character and is exactly what a coach wants to see. No sulking, no complaining, just proving you deserve your spot. He wasn't part of the rotation in the first quarter, and though it wasn't guaranteed he wouldn't play at all, that's how it turned out. Meanwhile, other players made appearances and some didn't. One player contributed while others had their moments, but ultimately, the young player didn't get a shot. Since Jimmy joined the team, we've developed a lineup we feel confident in. Quentin Post played his role. Santos didn't. He and Looney got some minutes, and Moody stepped up. By stepped up, I'm referring to players like Jimmy, Steph, and Draymond. Kuminga, however, didn't see the floor. We've become a cohesive group since Jimmy's arrival. Santos, once again, wasn't used despite being our top plus-minus contributor over the past 2 months. In Game 7, the most crucial of the season, he didn't play. That may be seen as a coaching misstep. While tightening the rotation during the playoffs is common, the players who got you here should be trusted to perform. In the playoffs, matchups are everything. Players come in and out of the rotation. I believe Kuminga should have played against Memphis, especially on defense, as they have players he can guard effectively. It was noted that Jimmy has played heavy minutes at the 4, which overlaps with Kuminga's position. During Kuminga's injury absence, we had a 17-game win streak. The ideal lineup may be Jimmy, Jonathan, and Draymond, although it's not a perfect fit. Many fans questioned Kuminga's absence. The truth is, he's not part of the rotation the coach currently believes will lead us to victory. Against the Clippers, we were out-rebounded 42-25. Do you really think Kuminga couldn't make plays in the paint? That's tough to accept. The coaching staff makes the calls, and it's clear they're experimenting with certain combinations. Kuminga can impact the paint and has its standout games. He just needs to be ready. As for the game itself, it was a high-level contest between two top NBA teams. The execution was excellent, and the stars shined. We played competitively, though we struggled with defensive rebounds and gave up key turnovers. Some coaching decisions didn't deliver the expected outcomes. Now we're forced to participate in at least one or two play-in games or risk elimination. Can this veteran squad handle the grind? Do they have the energy to go all the way without a week of rest? I believe we'll be fine in the playoffs, especially with no back-to-backs. We just need to make it there first. We're not maxed out. We're elite athletes ready to go. We've worked all year for this moment. I'm not undermining our veteran experience. We value them greatly, but we're not at the finish line yet. I mentioned the play-in while everyone was focusing on the playoffs. The positive here is the lack of consecutive games, allowing time for recovery. But think about the logistics. Starting at home and then flying to Houston takes 3.5 to 4 hours from San Francisco. The Lakers, with a shorter initial flight, would still need to travel to Minnesota if they win. Other destinations like Oklahoma City or Denver also pose challenges, especially with altitude. Travel to the East Coast may come later, depending on matchups. When it comes to play-in confidence, playoff Jimmy changes everything. That's exactly why he was signed, to step up in critical moments. We saw that against the Clippers, where he dominated late in the game. It's essential to ignore minor distractions and focus on the game itself. Having a player of his caliber brings peace of mind. That was the logic behind his acquisition. His impact was undeniable, especially in the first and second quarters, scoring his highest total since joining the team. However, that level of play must become consistent. It felt like he saved his energy for this game. A veteran also made a comment about a younger teammate, reminding us that rookies must always be prepared. Sometimes that means playing, sometimes not. Today wasn't the young player's day, but he must be ready when his moment arrives. That's why he was warming up. The team even joked about being a legitimate playoff contender now that Jimmy is on board, saying the postseason journey starts now. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In the world of NBA rumors, few topics have sparked as much intrigue as the latest buzz surrounding Kevin Durant's potential return to the Golden State Warriors. While the idea of one of the greatest basketball players of all time rejoining a team that he helped lead to 2 NBA championships seems almost too good to be true, the whispers are getting louder, and the speculation is hard to ignore. What does this mean for the Warriors? Could Durant, the former Finals MVP, once again light up the Bay Area? Let's dive into the tantalizing possibility that has fans on the edge of their seats. Durant's time with the Warriors from 2016 to 2019 was nothing short of historic. After leaving Oklahoma City, Durant's decision to sign with Golden State sent shockwaves through the NBA. His partnership with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green proved to be a winning formula, resulting in 2 consecutive championships and back-to-back Finals MVP awards. Durant's scoring ability, versatility, and unselfishness fit seamlessly with the Warriors' style of play, making them an unstoppable force. But after an Achilles injury in 2019, Durant's journey took him to the Brooklyn Nets and, eventually, the Phoenix Suns. Now, rumors suggest that Durant could be eyeing a return to the team where he experienced some of his best years. Why would Durant consider such a move? After all, he's already experienced success elsewhere, including leading the Suns to significant wins. But the allure of the Warriors system, with its emphasis on ball movement, team chemistry, and championship pedigree, is hard to resist. The Warriors, despite their recent struggles, still possess the core pieces that made them a dynasty. The possibility of reuniting with Curry and Thompson, 2 of the best shooters in NBA history, could reignite Durant's championship ambitions. There's also the undeniable synergy between Durant and head coach Steve Kerr, who managed to bring out the best in him during their time together. On the other hand, the fit isn't as straightforward as it seems. The Warriors' salary cap situation could pose a challenge, and Durant would likely need to take a pay cut if he were to join Golden State again. Additionally, Questions remain about how Durant would mesh with the Warriors' current roster, particularly with the development of younger players like Jordan Poole and Jonathan Kuminga. Could Durant take on a lesser role to fit into the Warriors' dynamic, or would the team's system need to be adjusted to accommodate his style of play? These are questions that only time will answer. The real excitement, however, lies in the potential for one final championship run with the Warriors. Durant's return could give Golden State the extra firepower it needs to contend with the likes of LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, as well as emerging teams like the Denver Nuggets. Durant, now a seasoned veteran, would bring invaluable experience to a Warriors team that has been struggling to maintain its elite status. The reunion could provide the perfect opportunity for both Durant and the Warriors to end the decade-long rivalry with a fairy tale ending. In the coming weeks, all eyes will be on the rumors swirling around Durant's future. The idea of him returning to the Warriors isn't just wishful thinking. It's a real possibility that could reshape the landscape of the NBA once again. Stay tuned as the drama continues to unfold and the countdown to next season begins. Will Durant reunite with the Warriors, or will the basketball world witness another twist in his storied career? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The rumor mill is running wild, and fans are absolutely hooked. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.